Let's take a look at how those assignments appear to a student. I've logged in as a demo student here, so I'm going to go back into our classroom. And here are all these assignments that have been added by the teacher. Okay. Notice also that I've got a list of what's due today. And so this one is not going to be on that list because it's not due until Monday. So these are there. I can click View All, and I can see all the assignments that are due, even the ones that are due down the road. And so that's just one way that students can take a look at that. This is on my to-do list as a student. And over here in Done, there's nothing. I haven't finished any assignments yet. So assignments will move over to that. Now, if students have multiple classes that they're involved in, they can take a look at their other classrooms right from this menu. So we'll jump back over to the classroom page. I'm going to jump down to the very bottom and deal with the first thing we saw. So the announcement was made that tonight is open house. Hope to see you there. As a student, because I have the permission settings set to allow students to comment, I can jump in here and I can say, I will be there, and post. And other students and the teacher will be able to see that comment there, and they can add their own comment. Once I've commented as a student, I can delete it if I don't like that comment. Of course, that's up to the teacher's permission settings on that. Moving up the list here, we have the first assignment, which is a writing prompt. So as a student, I need to open this assignment. And the assignment page looks like this. Here's the link to the prompt that I need to fill out. I have a not done notification because I haven't finished it yet. I have a turn in button, which I can click even though I'm not done yet. It's just kind of a notification system to notify Google Classroom and your teacher that you're finished. And I have an add button here, so I can attach files or links or create a new item. And so other things can be added there. I can also add a private comment to the teacher. So if I have a question about the assignment or I want to tell the teacher I'm not going to be able to do this on time, this is a comment that you can send right to your teacher, and the teacher can get it and then and reply back. It's an excellent communication form. I've used it with my students. It works really well. Okay, so I'm going to click on the assignment link here, and it opens up the document in Google Drive. When I created the assignment, I made a copy for each student. So this student's assignment is unique to him or her, and their answer will be saved here and only be able to be seen by the teacher. So just like giving them an assignment in the classroom physically, they'll fill this out and turn it back in, and then I can see it and grade it later. This is a prompt. Please explain one of the protagonist motivations we discussed yesterday in class. Okay, so let's just pretend there's some answer here, and they can add a bunch of text or whatever. So we'll go ahead and pretend that this student is finished. Once they're done, they can click Turn In right from their document. So click Turn In. It jumps back over to Classroom. It asks me to verify that I want to turn this in, and I click Turn In. Okay, and now it tells me that I'm done. Even after I'm finished, I could still add a private comment to the teacher or ask a question or anything like that. So it's a great system. Now, if I jump back over here and look at my assignments list, in my to-do list, that one is gone. And over here in my done list, I can see the writing prompt was finished. So it's a great way for students to keep track of how things are going. We'll jump back over to the classroom stream, and I'll move on to the next one. Writing prompt is done. I got a nice green check mark there that says I'm finished with that. And so next we'll go to the group project instructions. So I will open that. And this one is just an instruction document for the students to work on together. So it was a view, students can view was the permission settings. So I'm going to click on this, and I can look at this. And notice it says view only up here. So as a student, I can't make any changes here. I can just read the instructions. So I would sit there with my group. We would do some work. And once I was finished, there's no turn in button here because I'm not turning in this document. It's just instructions. So I'm just going to close that. And I would, as a student, attach any files or any Google Drive documents that the assignment asked for. So as a group, we would complete those, upload them there, and then I just mark as done. Okay, so I mark as done, and it will consider this finished, notify the teacher that I'm done with it, and any files that we attached, the teacher would be able to see. Okay, so I'll close, we'll go back to our classroom stream here. And now I'm done with that one. Okay, the third assignment we need to work on is the Google Sheets document that was shared to the entire class. And everybody in the class has editing privileges on this one. So let me open that as a student. And here is the link. So I will click on Presidential Choices, and the spreadsheet opens up. And I have editing privileges just like every other student. So if I was in group 1, I would take this box and we would list our group members. Okay, I can move to the next box and list the president that we chose for our group project, and reasons for our selection. Okay, now every group would be entering their own information, so as we worked on this, we could see what the other groups were doing. That might be a useful thing to do in a classroom setting. Then you could have a class discussion about each group and some of the reasons for choosing the presidents. Okay, so since this was shared with everyone, it's not a document that we turn in. Everybody, including the teacher, has access to see it. So when we're finished, we would just close that, and the student would just mark as done once their group had entered the important information. Back to the classroom stream. Now we get to answer this question. So the question is, who do you think was the greatest president? And we'll say, okay, so there's an answer. I can click submit. Notice that that's different than a comment. This is the sort of official answer you're giving to the question, which will be turned in as an assignment. I click submit, and that question is done. Now I can click here to see what other students have answered. I can also click edit to change my answer if the teacher has given me permission for that. And I've already answered it, so I got the nice green check mark there. Now, no other students have answered this question yet because I'm the only example we're working with. But if there were, I could reply to those students. And so it kind of works like a Facebook social media stream of information. So if you can work in some collaboration into your classroom, this is a great environment for that to take place. All right, at the top of the stream, I have this assignment that was reused from another class, but from the student's point of view, they don't know that necessarily. It just looks like a regular assignment. So I can click open. I could watch the video. It'll take me right to the video. So I'll assume that I've watched that. And this assignment asked me to write a paragraph summary. So I can add a new file. I could create a new Google document to add an answer to this. And it attaches that file immediately. I'll click on it, fill in the answer, summary of video, and pretend that I wrote a big paragraph there, and then click turn in. And verify that I want to turn it in. And it's done. So I'm going to go back to my stream. All of my assignments are done, and I answered the question. I saw the announcement. I still see them showing up in the due today list, but if I go to view all, you can see that in my to-do list, I even get a little celebratory comment there. Woohoo, no assignments. And I can click on done, and here's all the assignments that I've finished, which is good. Another great feature for the students is they can go here and look at the calendar, and they can see any assignments that are coming up. And so you can see all 4 of those assignments were due on Saturday. I can jump, which is unusual. I'm just doing an example here. I can go to the next week, and I can see there's 1 assignment due on Monday. And so students can even click on the assignments from there. And of course, I've already done that one, so I don't need to worry about it. All right, so that's the student's view and how the students would interact with Google Classroom and complete those assignments. Next, we'll take a look at how the teacher can grade and comment back to the students on their assignments.